One of the questions I get asked most is what to do when your fighters are outnumbered on a 1v1. For example, the Ryujo versus the Independence. The Ryujo only has at most 5 fighters, whereas the Independence has at most 7. In a straight-on engagement, 9 times out of 10, the Independence will win. This is because it has more planes than the Ryujo. So what can you do to counter this? This is where we will introduce the tactic of front-on strafing. Front-on strafing is a great way to take out planes as they move into your direction. The idea is you do a manual attack which the enemy fighters are going to move into. Through doing this, you can usually take off 1 or 2 planes. Then when you later re-engage those fighters, the odds are a little bit more in your favor. This tactic is great for increasing your chances against bigger fighter squads. However, it can be used in a multitude of other areas, including attacking incoming striking craft. So from a previous video, you guys already know how to manual attack, that is, holding down the Alt key and setting a path. However, how do we do the front strafe? The most important thing to consider with a front strafe is being able to predict where your enemy is thinking of moving their planes. Unfortunately, this is something that cannot be taught, but over time you do pick it up. For me, when I make predictions on where enemies are moving their planes, I'm looking to see if they're aiming towards or they're moving towards one of my squadrons in a straight line. In this situation, I see that the fighter suddenly rotates its movement and starts going downwards towards where my bombers are. I make the prediction that he is in fact going for my bombers. Luckily my fighter is there, so I set it to strafe up in towards the fighters coming into them. Through this strafe, I managed to take out 2 of his fighters. This levels the odds for me when I go in for the hard engagement on this squad later, as it will be 5 fighters to 5. It should be noted, where there's reward, there's often risk. There is a way to counter front strafing, but we'll explain that in the next video.